What if the greatest comeback story in Hollywood wasn't scripted? What if it wasn't fiction? What if it was the raw, unfiltered, and ultimately triumphant life of a man who stared into the abyss of self-destruction and walked out as a global icon? This is the extraordinary journey of Robert Downey Jr. Born on April 4, 1965, in Manhattan, New York City, Robert John Downey Jr.'s life was immersed in the arts from the very beginning. His parents were Robert Downey Sr., a pioneering filmmaker known for underground cinema, and Elsie Ann Ford, an actress. This unconventional upbringing placed young Robert on film sets before he could even grasp the concept of a script. His mother instilled in him a love of performing. At the tender age of 5, he made his acting debut in his father's absurdist comedy, Pound, 1970, playing a sick puppy. By 7, he appeared in the surrealist western Greaser's Palace, 1972. The camera wasn't just a tool, it was his playground, his inheritance. Yet, this early exposure to the fringes of the industry also meant an early encounter with the less glamorous side of life. His father, himself a drug addict, exposed his son to drugs at a very early age. In 1982, he dropped out of Santa Monica High School to pursue acting full-time, already a veteran of the craft with over a decade of experience. As a teenager, Downey Jr. left New York for Hollywood, determined to make his own mark. The 1980s saw him building his film repertoire, often cast as the charismatic, sarcastic sidekick. He brought a unique blend of intelligence and edginess to films like Tough Turf, 1985, where he played James Spader's sidekick, and John Hughes's Weird Science, 1985, where he portrayed a memorable bully. He emerged as one of the most promising young actors of the 1980s. However, it was his role in Less Than Zero, 1987, that signaled a dramatic acting breakthrough. At 22 years old, he played Julian Wells, a wealthy college student descending into the depths of drug addiction. The character's tragic arc, based on Bret Easton Ellis's novel, was a pivotal film for Downey Jr. Portraying a friend lost to substance abuse, Downey Jr. delivered a performance so raw and unsettling it was impossible to ignore. Critics hailed him as a rising star with undeniable talent and charm. He seemed poised for greatness. But the very role that catapulted him to fame eerily mirrored a growing personal reality. The flirtation with substances in his youth spiraled into a full-blown, decades-long battle with addiction to drugs and alcohol. What began as experimentation became a debilitating cycle. The mid-1990s saw his addiction spiral out of control, resulting in several arrests. In 1996, he was arrested for possession of heroin and cocaine, marking the start of a series of legal issues. He faced multiple convictions and jail sentences from 1996 to 2001. In 1999, he was sentenced to 36 months in state prison, serving 12 months before parole. He was arrested again in 2001 and 2004. His career ground to a near halt. Studios blacklisted him. Promising projects vanished. The brilliant actor the world had celebrated seemed lost. He became practically unhireable in Hollywood due to his repeated drug offenses. After 5 years of substance abuse, arrests, rehabilitation, and relapse, Downey was ready to work toward a full recovery. Yet, the story doesn't end there. The turning point came with a commitment to sobriety. While the exact date remains private out of respect for 12-step principles, his recovery began in earnest around 2003. This personal victory paved the way for a professional resurrection. He made his acting comeback in the 2003 film The Singing Detective, but the true catalyst for his meteoric return was still a few years away. In 2008, against the advice of many, he was cast as the genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, Tony Stark in Iron Man. It was a role that seemed tailor-made for Downey Jr.'s wit, charisma, and underlying vulnerability. He didn't just play Iron Man, he became Iron Man. The film was a colossal success, launching the Marvel Cinematic Universe into the stratosphere. Downey Jr.'s performance was universally acclaimed, transforming him from a cautionary tale into the face of modern blockbuster cinema. He went on to reprise the role in numerous Avengers films and other Marvel projects, becoming one of the highest-paid actors in history and a global phenomenon. The accolades poured in. He earned multiple MTV Movie Awards and Scream Awards for his work in the Marvel films. But the ultimate validation came decades after his initial rise. In 2024, Robert Downey Jr. won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his chilling and transformative performance as nuclear physicist Lewis Strauss in Oppenheimer. It was an award for survival as much as for a great performance. His trophy case is extensive, including 4 Golden Globe Awards, with wins for Ally McBeal in 2001 and Oppenheimer in 2024, and 2 BAFTA Awards. Beyond the glitz, Downey Jr. has made a significant impact off-screen through philanthropy, supporting causes like the ALS Association, the Cancer Research Institute, and children's hospitals. Drawing from his own struggles, he also supports addiction recovery programs. He is a prominent climate advocate, launching a foundation in 2020 to use AI technology to address climate change issues. He has teamed up with the U.S. Department of Energy to recruit climate professionals, using his platform to fight for a sustainable future. His journey from the depths of addiction to the pinnacle of artistic achievement stands as a testament to resilience, making him a role model for overcoming adversity. Robert Downey Jr.'s life is more than just a rags-to-riches, fall-and-rise story. It's a powerful narrative about the human capacity for change. It's about talent weathering the storm of personal demons. It's about the courage to seek help and the relentless will to rebuild. He took the broken pieces of his past and forged them into an unshakable legacy. From a child on an underground film set to the man who helped define a cinematic era, and finally, an Oscar-winning actor, his journey reminds us that no fall is final. Redemption isn't just a plot device. Sometimes it's a life lived. The arc reactor doesn't just power the suit. It symbolizes the enduring, unquenchable light within us all. This is the legacy of Robert Downey Jr.,